Hiya and welcome back to Music and Theatre Education. Today you are going to learn about seventh chords. Okay, today we're looking at seventh chords. There are four different types that we're looking at: major seventh chords, minor seventh chords, dominant seventh chords, and minor major seventh chords. Now, all of these seventh chords are made up of two things: a major or minor triad and a major or minor seventh. Okay, let's start with our major sevenths. Now, the symbol for this might look like C major 7 or D major 7, or whichever note you'd like to use. All major seventh chords are made up of a major triad and, adding that seventh on, a major seventh interval between the bottom and our top note. Minor seventh chords. Now, you might see this written as C minor 7 or D minor 7. Excuse the terrible handwriting. Now, our triad in a minor seventh is going to be a minor triad, and then our seventh is going to be a minor seventh. Can you spot the pattern between our first two? When we've got a major seventh chord, both the triad and the seventh is major, and in our minor seventh chords, both the triad and the seventh are minor. Gosh, getting my words muddled today. Okay, dominant sevenths. So these will look like C7 or D7, E7, F7, G7, F sharp 7, etc. So this one not quite as simple as our previous ones. Now in this one, our triad is major and our seventh, so our triad is major, and our seventh is minor. So when you see it plain like this, nothing else is written, your triad is going to be major and your seventh is going to be minor. Final one, minor major seventh chords. These ones I think are actually quite easy because they give you every instruction. So these can be C minor, major 7. Once again, terrible handwriting. But notice that your major seventh is in brackets. Usually you'll see it like that. So you might get a D minor major 7. Didn't write that very well. So the really simple thing is our triad is minor. Put min for minor, finding it very hard to write all the way over there. And our seventh is major. So it's really important whenever you're writing them or naming them to work out whether the triad is minor or major and whether your seventh is minor or major. Now it's time to write some seventh chords. Okay, so first thing to know is whatever letter name is here, that is the note that you start on. So we've got a C7, so it starts on C. You'll also notice that I've jumbled some of these up. Now I've got my C, I'm going to draw the rest of the chord. So my triad started on a line, 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 and then my seventh is also going to be on a line. This is the structure of any root position seventh chord. Now what we want to do is make sure we don't need to add any accidentals. So having a look here, okay, we've got a dominant seventh here. So if the note doesn't have anything written next to it, so this is talking about our triad, it's going to be major. Now if we look at our seventh, there's nothing written next to it, so it's going to be a minor seventh. So if you don't remember how to draw a triad, go back and visit my triad video. C major triad. All major triads have 4 semitones, then 3. Counting up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E. I don't need to change anything. And 3, 1, 2, 3 to G. I don't need to add any accidentals. That is a major triad. Now we want a minor seventh above C. So this interval between our bottom note and our top one, I want it to be a minor seventh. Now rather than counting up all my semitones, I'm going to cheat. Or rather just be clever and do it the easy way. I'm going to add a C on here so you can see. C to a C is an octave. That means 1 down is going to be a major seventh, 2 down is going to be a minor seventh. So I want this to be a B flat or an A sharp. There's a B written here, so I know it needs to be a B flat. And there is our C7 chord. Let's move on to our C major 7. Now we've got major written in here, so that means we're going to have a C major triad and a major seventh above it. Okay, once again, it's called C, so it starts on C. Let's put a double bar line in here. So I've got C. Once again, I'm going to draw a triad and my seventh, same structure as normal. So major triad, I already know that I've got a major triad there, perfect. But now we want this to be a major seventh. So C to C is an octave, 1 down is a major seventh. So I don't need to change anything at all. Okay, C minor 7. So minor is written in the middle. We're going to have a minor triad and a minor seventh. So remembering back to our triad information, for minor triads, we have 3 semitones, then 4, because it's a minor third, then a major third. So 3 up, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need a D sharp or an E flat. Oh, I haven't written in my notes. So let's write our notes in because that is going to help. We've got an E, so it has to be an E flat. 4 semitones up from E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4 gives us G. We don't need to change anything. Minor seventh, once again, octave. We know that we have to go down 2 semitones for our minor seventh. 1, 2 gives us B flat. Ooh, it's a terrible flat sign. Hopefully you get the idea. Okay, final one. C minor major 7. So we have a C minor triad and a major 7th interval. So once again, write our triad first. Oh, it's getting really far across. Our minor triad, I'm going to cheat, we have already done this one. We've done the 3 semitones, then the 4, knowing that we need to put an E flat to make that a minor triad, and a major 7th. So we've gone to our octave, 1 down is our B. Okay, now that you've seen 4 of our 7th chords starting on the same note, we're going to change it up and try it on some different notes. So F major 7 is first. If it's called F major 7, it starts on F. So let's put our triad and our 7th in first. Obviously you can do this in different octaves, but this is the most comfortable one. So we have a major triad and a major 7th. So remembering in our major triad, 4 semitones, then 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 is A. We don't need to change anything. And then 3, 1, 2, 3. We also don't need to change anything. Now we need to make sure we've got a major 7th. Major 7th above F, so F to F is an octave. Major 7th is 1 down, which is an E. So we actually don't need to add any accidentals. Okay, next one is a D minor 7. D minor starts on D. So D minor, we've got a minor triad and a minor 7th. So in a minor triad, 3 semitones, then 4 semitones. 1, 2, 3 is F. We've already got an F, so we don't need to change anything. 1, 2, 3, 4 is an A. Once again, we don't need to change anything. And now we need a minor 7th. So D to D is a perfect octave, and then we want to count down 2 to find our minor 7th. 1, 2 is C. And once again, no accidentals. Okay, E flat 7. So starting on E flat, oof. Okay, drawing our triad and our 7th. So remember, E flat 7, our triad is major and our 7th is minor. So major triad, 1, 2, 3, 4 to G, and 1, 2, 3 to B flat. So we need to add a B flat in there because our G was already there. And then we want a minor 7th above E flat. E flat to E flat is our octave. We want a minor 7th, so down 2, 1, 2. So C sharp or D flat. There's a D here, so it's a D flat. Final one, we've got a G minor major 7. So it's G minor, so it starts on G. Have to forgive my terrible handwriting. Okay, G minor triad to start with, so counting 3. 1, 2, 3 gives us an A sharp or a B flat, but we've got a B here already, so it has to be a B flat. And then we want to go 4 from B flat. 1, 2, so let's remember this is a C, 3, 4 to our D. Don't need to change anything. And then we've got our major 7th above G, so G to G is an octave. Major 7th is 1 down, which is an F sharp, or a G flat, but there's an F there already. And there we go. Okay, let's flip it. Now we need to name our 7th chords. Okay, so we're in treble clef still. So the first note of our 7th chord is an A, so it's A something. Then let's work out what our triad is. So from A to C sharp, how many semitones is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want to go from C sharp to E. 1, 2, 3. That has to be a major triad. Now we want to work out the distance between the bottom note and the top note to work out what sort of 7th it is. But once again, I'm going to go from the octave. So A is the octave, 1 down is our G sharp, so it must be a major 7th. So this makes it A major 7. Let's look at the next one. Starts on F, so it's F. Now let's check the amount of semitones between our middle note and our top note. So from our bottom note, from F to A flat, 1, 2, 3 semitones, then 1, 2, 3, 4 to C. So that makes it a minor triad. And then we're trying to find our distance between our bottom note and our top note. Once again, I'm going to cheat from the octave. So F to E flat, 1, 2. So that must be a minor 7th. Perfect. So it's an F minor 7th. Okay, this third one here, notice that it is in bass clef. So we're going to work out what that note is. It's a C. Now we want to find the number of semitones between C and E flat and G. So 1, 2, 3, that's 3 semitones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 semitones, then 4 semitones is a minor triad. Now we want to know the distance between our C and our B up the top here. I'm going to cheat from the octave again. C to B is a semitone, so it's a major 7th. So C minor, major 7. Okay, here's our final one. You'll notice it's still in bass clef because the clef hasn't changed. So we're starting on F here. Counting our semitones, F to A, A to C, F to A. I'm not counting this first one, by the way. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, which gives us major. And then F to E flat. So I'm going from the octave, 1, 2, that gives us a minor 7th. But we don't have an F major minor 7. Instead, we call it an F7. And that was 7th chords. I hope you enjoyed learning that today. And if you've got any questions, please post them in the comments below. And for Tom, who asked to see my cat last week, here's Abby. I think it was actually Bounty last week, but Abby just happened to be here. So say hello, Abby. She's a bit quiet today. Thanks for joining us on Music and Theatre Education, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, keep on that theatre adventure.